Meet Cathy. She enjoys going for dinner with her friends and staying in with Pepper, her cat. She works the morning shift in the kitchen of a company canteen. Oh, and she has rheumatoid arthritis.
Special dedication to all my friends, especially the dancing trio.
Here's Cathy's usual parking spot, a 15 minutes walk from work. And here's the company car park, reserved for the bosses. Cathy arrives at work. Finally, she's cold, wet and sore. Oh dear, a pile of onions.
Are you okay, Cathy?
Oh, hi, John. It's just the onions making my eyes water. I'm fine.
But she isn't. John knows Cathy is finding things difficult, but doesn't know what he can do to help her. Another long, hard day. Cathy loves her job, but she's finding it just too difficult these days. There's only one thing to do, or so she thinks. Disheartened, Cathy logs onto Facebook and goes to update her status. But then she sees it, an online advert discussing something called the Disability Discrimination Act, or DDA for short.
What's that?
Cathy spends that evening at the computer, researching, being sure to stick to reputable websites. What is the DDA? How can it help her? Not everyone's covered, she learns, but, like 72% of people with arthritis, she may meet the legal definition of a disabled person because her condition has a substantial and long-term effect on her ability to carry out normal daily activities. Apparently, the DDA can help in two main ways: protection against discrimination and entitlement to reasonable adjustments in the workplace.
Sounds interesting.
Employers have a duty to make reasonable adjustments for their employees with disabilities. What's reasonable? Well, this depends on a number of things: the nature and extent of disability, practicality, cost, and more. Remember, adjustments don't have to cost the earth, or even anything at all. Sometimes a small change can make a big difference.
Sounds promising.
She decides then and there she'll talk to John first thing in the morning.
I'm glad you came to see me, Cathy. Let's have a think about what we can do to help you.
It might be worth having a chat to the guys at Access to Work.
What's that?
It's a program run by the Job Centre Plus. They can provide advice and possibly some money towards the cost of any adjustments.
I'll give them a call. Oh, and don't forget, an occupational therapist is going to pop by for a chat tomorrow.
Great!
Cathy used to find the mornings so difficult, but since swapping to the afternoon shift, they're a bit easier. Here's Cathy's new parking spot. Those 15-minute walks are a thing of the past, thankfully. Cathy and John decided she should split her time between the kitchen and cash register. Her joints really seem to appreciate a break from all that slicing and dicing. John swings by, as he does most days now, to ask how Cathy is.
I'm fine, thanks, John.
And this time, she means it. For Cathy, things worked out in the end, but this isn't the case for everybody. If you think you're being treated unfairly because of your condition, or your employer isn't being cooperative, there are a number of organisations you can contact for advice and support. Your doctor and nurse should also be able to help, for example by referring you to an occupational therapist who might be able to give you advice about making adjustments in the workplace.